now it is time to check in with the team from Bundy Law Office.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Now watch as I sit down with Aaron Bundy to talk about the benefits of having an attorney working for you. This segment sponsored by Bundy Law Office. Let's talk about, Aaron, all the good things that can come from hiring an attorney. I guess my first question is, why hire an attorney other than representing yourself?
Sure. I think that this is an important topic, and I think it's one sometimes that us as attorneys fail to answer. We don't really think about it. Sometimes we take it for granted. I'm a lawyer, people need me, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's an important question for us to be able to answer for people, because many people, for a few different reasons, decide to represent themselves. So why hire a lawyer as opposed to represent yourself?
Sure.
My answer to that is you're already going to be representing yourself. If you're involved in a contested case of any kind,
Sure, yeah.
criminal, family, civil, you have to bring your A game.
You have to bring your A game. You have to dress the part and be
right.
ready to be, because you're in the eye. People are looking at you already, right?
Yes, you are under the limelight. You have to be on at all times.
Sure.
There is really nothing like the scrutiny and criticism of the American legal system.
Right.
And everything that you do is criticized and questioned. So you are already going to be doing that. There's
Right.
so much pressure there that increases your anxiety and kind of impairs your ability to make the judgment calls that you need during your case.
Sure.
So to the extent possible, get help. Get qualified professional help and an attorney who works in that area who can assist you and kind of take some of that pressure off a little bit, because you're still going to have to be at your best.
Yeah. You know, we were talking a little bit before we got started here, and we were chatting about how up front it seems I'm going to represent myself, and maybe I'm going to save myself some money by doing that. But really, you know, we were talking about how often that's not the case, and you end up having to hire a lawyer on the back end to help you fix some things that maybe you didn't do correctly. Am I right about that, Aaron?
Yes, I think that the expense of a lawyer, and it's not cheap, the expense of a lawyer is the primary reason that people choose to do it themselves. But I see that as a shortcut that has potentially huge ramifications in the future. We have a substantial part of our practice where we're trying to assist people and fix errors and omissions because they were representing themselves and they left something out.
Yeah.
The problem with representing yourself there is that you don't know the mistakes that you're making and the cost of those mistakes until it's too late. There's real finality in divorce cases. A lot of times people think if they have a minor child, well, it can be modified later. And that's true many times. But property and debt division orders, they're final.
Yeah.
Sometimes we are handed a problem that someone created for themselves months or years before, and we can't do anything about it. And when we can, it costs many multiples more than it would have to do it right the first time.
Okay, yes, that's why it's important to get it right the first time. Maybe you could address this one. What value does a lawyer add? Hiring a lawyer, what value does that add?
At minimum, you're going to get a lawyer who works in that area, who can give you advice. You're going to ultimately be the decision maker for what you decide to do, but have that advice from a professional who knows the area and can walk you through some of the common traps and things that people find themselves in and avoid those costly mistakes that you can't undo later.
Absolutely. I think that's so important. And I mean, you heard it here, hiring an attorney, a lawyer is really the way to go because of all of the things that you don't know or you don't know you don't know.
That's
Is that
right.
Yeah. Aaron, thanks for joining us and filling us in, sharing with us the importance and the value of having a lawyer with your case.
Thank you. I think it's an important topic. I think lawyers need to be able to answer this for people. We have a little bit of conflict of interest there because we want people to hire us, right?
Sure.
But we need to be able to explain what's the value we're going to bring to you.
Yes, absolutely. I think you've done a brilliant job of doing that for us here today.